Next, we are going to hear from one of the co-organizers actually of this event, Miss Roberta Lowe, who is a chef, author, speaker, restaurateur, and founder of the VegBox restaurant.
Hey, how is everyone doing? I hope that you are actually, let me change my camera here, get it set up a little better so you can see what's going on. I hope that everyone is actually enjoying what we are doing this Health Expo so far. We had great experts on that gave us great advice, okay? I totally love the yoga warm up from my seat, okay? It's something to keep in mind, so today, I'm actually going to present, I've been a chef for over 20 years, okay? So I've been an executive chef for over 20 years, and I am actually a vegan chef. And so we're going to do a vegan dish today, and it's going to be doubles. It's a Trinidad street food, and I'm doing something really, really quick, okay? So it's going to be wonderful, delicious. I'll go over the ingredients, and then as I'm actually starting the dish, I'll actually tell you the measurements of what I'm actually using. So of course you have your basic ingredients, your curry powder, your garlic, your ginger, of course, your cumin. I'm actually going to add some more additional cumin, some paprika, some smoked paprika, some thyme, some chili powder. I have my coconut milk here. I have my chickpeas here. I have my spicy pepper sauce here as well. And I have tomato sauce here. And then I have some greens and some peas that I'm gonna add into it because I like to add vegetables into all of my dishes, right? So a traditional dish actually calls for different, not necessarily these greens being added, but that's okay. When you're in your own kitchen, you make up what you want to do with your kitchen based upon your taste buds and how you like your food, okay? That's the best part of cooking in your own kitchen. And then I'm gonna top it off with some actually pickled red onions. So we're going to get started. If you've never seen any of my cooking lives, this is my induction burner and it's pretty loud. So, so just know it'll do a little beeping here and there. And don't be alarmed when you hear it beeping. So what we're going to do is actually start off with a few drops of oil in our pan here. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to actually put in the curry powder. So I'm using about a tablespoon and a half of curry powder. I do use a good amount of curry powder and when I'm making curry dishes. So we're going to add in the curry powder to get that all seasoned and flavor. In all of my dishes, I always add extra garlic and extra ginger. These are great, they have great properties for your immune system, and so they're very much needed, especially in times that we're in right now. So I'm actually going to add that actually in as well. And what I did was chopped up, I have about a tablespoon of ginger in here, and I have also crushed, I just crushed up the garlic cloves. So I have about 3 garlic cloves that I crushed up, okay? And what we're doing is just gonna brown this just to start releasing all of the fragrance and the spices that's in the curry, okay? So you don't want it too high, your temperature too high. So I have it on a a medium low while I am actually cooking the curry, okay? Because curry goes from delicious to burnt in very, very quick, very quickly. So just want to let that cook down a little bit, and as that actually is cooking, now I'm gonna add my additional seasons into the pot here because it's almost done, and I'm gonna start layering in all of the sauces and the spices. Now I would say that we're doing a quick curry chickpea or chena, and it's actually canned chickpeas that I use today. Because when you're getting home from work and you're just running through, you know, you're tired, you just want something quick, this is a great dish that you can make under 20 minutes. All right. So here we go with all our spices. Now I'm gonna add in my chickpeas.
And Roberta, what's the name of this dish again?
It's doubles. So it's a Trinidad dish. It's a street food. And what it just consists of is pretty much a dough, a bread. And on top of that, it actually has, I'm going to add some water. It actually has your chickpea curry that's on top of it. So that's pretty much a combination. You know, sometimes if we go to the Indian restaurant, it'll actually say chena, right? So that's pretty much what it's similar to. It's just a curry, a chickpea curry. It is ate with a dough. So that's why they call it doubles. So we're actually just going to let that boil down. We're going to add in some of our tomato sauce. So I did about 1.5 cans of chickpeas. My tomato sauce was a cup. Add in a little bit of salt. And because I didn't use stock, a broth, I'm adding in a bouillon cube. And what we really want to do is just get this all simmering down. We want the liquid to reduce. And then we're going to add in our coconut milk, okay? So as that is cooking, I'm going to bring this up to a boil here, and then I'm going to transfer it to my back burner, okay? So here's the dough that I did prepare, and how you prepare this dough to make these little patties is actually going to be, it actually contains yeast, turmeric, 1 tablespoon of yeast, 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of actually turmeric or a pinch of turmeric. Depends on your preference, okay? I put a lot of turmeric in my dishes. So but you could do a pinch because it is a strong root. So you could do a pinch, and then the yeast, and then just add more water as needed. And don't forget your actual brown sugar, which would be 2 teaspoons. And you actually want the dough to be very, very soft here, okay? So you're not looking for thick, breaded dough. And once you mix all the dough, once you mix the dough and the seasonings up, you just cover it and you stick it to proof for about 2 hours or so, okay? All right, so I'm gonna move this here. Let that finish cooking. And how we're gonna make these, we're actually gonna make them, fry them, okay? And these are gonna be so delicious. So what I'm doing is just taking some oil and on a plate, just greasing the plate up so that when I measure out, or so when I put down my, start breaking off some pieces on my dough, it actually won't stick to the plate. So you're just looking for small circle sizes here. And to help with the dough not be so tacky, my dough is a little bit more tackier. It's a whole lot more softer. But if you're looking for a more firmer dough, then you can definitely add more flour, okay? So I'm actually just going to cook a couple of these. And you don't want them too big. You're not looking for them to be like nun shape or a tortilla type consistent type size, okay? You're really just looking for them to be a smaller size that you can eat together with the street food. Because like I said, it is a street food, so it is something that you do hold in your actual hand to eat. And since my chickpeas are already canned, they're not going to take too long to get to the texture that I am looking for.